So imagine your electric car has run out of battery. What are you going to do? If you're in the middle of the countryside, you know, you're literally stranded. These aren't like traditional cars. You can't call a friend or a relative to come and bring some diesel or petrol. But I've been speaking to a sponsor that I have on this channel, and I said I would like to try this out, just out of pure interest. And they said, yes, go for it. We'll send you one of our products and you can test it out on your electric car. So we're going to do that today. So follow me. Oh, so this is an EcoFloat Delta Pro. It's a 3.6 kilowatt battery unit. And I think, sorry if it's really windy by the way, that this will charge the electric car in case of an emergency. So let's try it out. Oh, I can't get it in the hole. Can't get it in the hole. Okay, that's why. The battery is at 100% capacity now. We've plugged in the car charger and we've set it to 16 amps. So let's plug it in and see how much it will charge. So we're at 65%. We actually haven't run out of battery. I lied to you, I'm so sorry. But this is just an example of in case of emergency. So 65%, and we've got 207 kilometers of range left. But I'm hoping that this will charge for about 45 minutes and giving us probably about 12 kilometers of emergency distance, which will mean that we can get from here to the local town, which has a local slowish car charger, which means we can just keep going without being stranded. So in a way, it sort of replaces the jerry can, doesn't it, for electric cars, which is very interesting. So we've got a little bit of a wait now. We'll wait for it to be fully charged and then we'll keep going. So we've gained over 10 kilometers and 4% of battery, almost 4% of battery, which is actually quite good. I'm quite surprised by that. From my calculations, I was expecting 12 kilometers and generally about the same percentage, but it's enough to get you out of trouble. It sort of does replace the jerry can on electric cars. So yeah, I think it's a win-win. So let's go back to the convent and do some work. Come on, Ryan. Let's go. Let's go. Is it working? Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. So today is a Monday morning and last night we had one of the most horrendous storms that we've had in quite a few years. Over 120 km/h gusts. So at the chateau there's a few trees down. The cedar of Lebanon, can't even say it properly, took a little bit of a beating. But it doesn't matter, we're at the convent today and we're denailing the ceiling, getting ready for Wednesday for the sandblasting. So yeah, let's just crack on. I don't know if any of you have noticed, since we started work in the kitchen, I've been using this studio light. And it wasn't a great idea to use this because this was really expensive and it's designed mainly just for filming in sort of a non-dusty environment. But it doesn't matter, I've sort of cleaned it out on Friday and it's still working. So yeah, I need to get a better work light really, but this will do for now. Monday trip to Brico. Mondays aren't the same without it. So we've got some more dust masks, some eye protection things and some earbuds. So it's still a little bit dusty in there, so we just want to be careful. Anyway, let's go back and crack on.
Just watch the perimeter of the scaffold, Steve, because we've got things balanced up here. Okay.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Billy.
You've been a busy man this morning.
Yeah, got stuck into it.
There was a few timbers on these on this side,
Yeah.
which was holding up the false ceiling.
That lot there.
Yeah, unbelievable, because it didn't look like a lot, did it?
They didn't want it to come down in a hurry. That's
No,
for sure.
I can
We had
imagine.
a surplus of 4-inch nails. But we've got all that down now.
Yep,
Steve's just going to denail everything with a tiny little nail.
yep,
So that will be 1/3 nearly ready
brilliant.
for shot blasting. And we got this side and that side. So
Yep.
yeah, not too much. We've got a deadline, but we're up for
We've
it.
got until the end of tomorrow, yep.
Yeah.
I think it will come. But I'm really excited for Wednesday.
That's going to be great.
And I think we'll just see over the few days like it all coming together, I suppose.
Yeah, I was going to have Wednesday off, but I don't think I'm
No.
doing now. I want to see the progress.
Yeah, it will be fantastic.
Yeah, so yeah, we're ready. We're
Brilliant.
ready for it.
Brilliant.
We will be.
So in the comments, a lot of people kept asking if my truck's ever going to come back. And today it finally has. So it had a faulty thermostat, so it was overheating and going into limp mode. And it also needed a new injector. One of them wasn't functioning properly. But it's all done now. I drove it all the way back from the garage, which was about half an hour away, and it didn't overheat. And the engine was smooth as something smooth. So yeah, really good. Happy days. This denailing process is long and tedious, but I think Steve and Sean have nailed it. And yeah, we're getting some out today. We're doing this entire section, that's almost done. And then I think we'll probably manage half of above me today. And then tomorrow we can do the rest. So yeah, that's really good. But I want to talk about what we're going to do next after it's been denailed and sandblasted. Because that's not the end of sort of the demolition in this room. The floor is a bit of an issue, so let's talk about that. Parts of the floor in this kitchen are completely off level. So here, there's a bit of a hump, and over where Sean is currently, it's completely tiled, but it's about 1 inch higher than the rest of the room. So that's got to come out, this area's got to come out, and anywhere else that isn't level has got to come out as well. And then we'll have to concrete those areas by hand, and then we're going to pour a self-leveling compound, which is concrete essentially, and it should go nice and level, but it's not going to be easy. I've bought this laser level thing that you can go around the room. You set an exact level that you want, you can go around and it tells you if it's off by the millimetre. So we're going to use that as well, and once the floor's done and it's nice and level, we're going to start the stud work on all of the walls. So all the old plaster, all the old tiles, they're going to be hidden by plasterboard and insulation. So yeah, there's a lot to do still. And in the meantime, I need to find someone to make new oak windows. There's 6 of them in this room. But also over here it's quite interesting. Let's talk about this. So that little window obviously doesn't match the rest of them, because originally this was a doorway out into the courtyard, and they've blocked it up and put a small window in. But I don't want a doorway to the courtyard because we've got the hallway there and we've got a doorway to the courtyard just around the corner there. So this is going to be a window, and I'll show you outside what we've got to do to it. You can see they've blocked it up all the way down to the floor level. But what I want to do, I don't want a doorway because like I said, there's too many doorways, and it's quite nice just to have 6 windows in there. But what we need to do is put a granite lintel through here, and then that's where the window will start. The window will start from the top of the lintel. So that'll be quite nice. I mean, people are going to say in the comments, why don't you just put the doorway back? But there is a lot of doors in this building. There's one here, there'll be one there, there's one there. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't really, too many doors. And plus, as well, quite importantly, it will take the symmetry of the building away. Because over there in this corner, there's a window exactly the same size that used to be a full-size window. And there's not a doorway over there. So, yeah. Does that make any sense? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd explain that. So it's going to look really nice. So, yeah, once we've done the stud work, we need to get the windows in before we finish the stud work. And when the stud work's in, we've got to do all the electrics, figure out a bit of plumbing, and then we can start boarding it all up with plasterboard and insulation. And then we'll get a plasterer in to completely go over the entire lot. And then from there, I don't know, it will come together quite quickly. Oh, I've got the flooring to put in as well. Yeah, the flooring, yeah. Do you want to see the flooring? Tell you what, I'll show you the flooring. Look, I'll be generous. I said we wouldn't talk about flooring, but I will show you the flooring. Oh, that's sort of... Ooh. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So it's a natural stone travertine with marble things that go between each one, and they're 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres. And I've got 80 square metres of that on order. That should arrive soon. So once the floor's done and the stud work's done, we can tile it. Let's go in, it's really windy out here. Very, very slow going. No, not wrong. I'm not slow. This seems to be the best way of doing it, because if you use the claw hammer, it pulls the end of the nails off. But if you use a pair of snips and pinch it and pull it, it works really well. That's fun, isn't it? I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what, I could do this for hours, but I won't be.
Can you reuse these nails, Billy?
I'll tell you what, you probably could, but the ends keep breaking, so they're not as strong as they used to be. But yeah, you could use them, I suppose. They wouldn't be very effective, though. Thank you, Sean. You are a star.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Hopefully we get the right one. That's it. Catch that, mate. Oh, sorry, Sean. Doesn't matter. It's ruined anyway. Okay, let's see if we can... It's been screwed, it has. There we go. I'm just going to get some of this plaster off the chimney breast, the very last bit. Oh, it's a bit harder up there. Ooh, it's hot there. Oh, my arm's are aching. Right.
Hello, Ryan.
Hi, Sean, what are you up to?
I am doing a floor plan of the kitchen
Oh, yeah.
to scale, taking all the reveals into account, all the recesses, and it's going to be the dimensions for our kitchen designer. Is he a
Yes.
kitchen designer?
Kitchen designer, yeah.
And maker.
Yes.
He does both, so we're going to get down a detailed plan, and we're going to discuss what units and that, well, not units, they're freestanding items, because this isn't going to be a fitted area, this is going to be a freestanding traditional kitchen. So we're going to get some dimensions down and work out where those freestanding elements will go in the kitchen. Right, let's go measure the openings down the other end.
Sean is just finishing off the kitchen plan, so you can send that off to, well, I'll send it off to the kitchen planner. Brilliant, so that's got to be done. Is it done?
Nearly done, yeah. I've got a few more minor
You're
adjustments.
taking your time, aren't you,
I have,
Sean?
yeah.
No, I'm joking.
He allowed me 15 minutes on this, haven't it? I'm up to 20
You
now.
have to do overtime today, Sean.
That's all right.
Anyway, so yeah, it's been quite a good productive day. We managed to get a lot of the nails out,
A lot
but
of
obviously we're
denailing.
going to finish it off tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I keep saying it over and over, but the sandblasting is being done on Wednesday, so I'm really excited for that.
I see that.
Yeah, I've got my truck back, so
Things are looking good.
yeah,
Things are looking up.
they are. So thank you so much for watching this video today, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye for now.